And then I started hearing the branches started shaking, and then all of a sudden I get this huge bluff charge. I was urinated myself. I was that freaking scared, man. My feet wouldn't move, and it hollered at me so freaking loud. The scary part was he didn't even fully open his mouth when he did it. It just went right through me. But ugly. Oh my geez, he was ugly. I mean, I've seen ugly, but this guy hit every ugly branch on out of the tree. And I wasn't running, but I wasn't jogging, but I was doing the best damn impression of a speed walker as you can get in the woods. But the damn things were following me. And they were, I tell you, I guess they were no more than 20 feet behind me.
It looked like somebody was bent over and had their head in the window of the deer blind. It either heard me or smelt me, and he pulled his head out of the tent and stood straight up, and that shocked me. They don't make people that big.
The way it moved, almost as if it was gliding across the beach. I've never seen anything move like that in my life. They were screaming at each other in gibberish. It sounded like a language, and they were chuntering away back and forwards, back and forwards, back and forwards. I know what a bear looks like, and there is no way on this planet that what I saw were bears.
What are you reporting?
Jesus Christ, you better...
Sir?
Gia!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, Commander of the Armies of the North, General of the Felix Legions, and you are listening to Sasquatch Chronicles.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for being here tonight. Got a great show planned for you. We're going to be chatting with Beauvais, and Beauvais comes to us from Nova Scotia, and he had probably one of the more terrifying accounts I've heard in a long time. And I know he's very nervous about coming on the show. If you members would welcome him in the comment section. I had a great time talking to Beauvais, and every time him and I talk about his encounter, you know, I can tell his heart rate's starting to go through the roof. You really do go back to that moment when you're recounting what happened to you. So I hope you guys enjoy the show tonight. If you've had an encounter and you'd like to be on the show, shoot me an email. My email address is wes@sasquatchchronicles.com. And I was actually going to play my, I need to actually finish it. I've been working on this Bruce Gernon story. And if you guys get a chance, check it out, or you guys can wait for the show. I threw it up on the blog, and it's a real event. It's a real account that happened, and it's physically impossible to make the trip he made in the time he made, and flight logs don't lie, and there was 3 witnesses, and the whole account is bizarre. And I did a kind of a quick little visual of the upcoming show, so if you guys get a chance, check it out on the blog. Let's jump into it tonight. I want to welcome Beauvais to the show. Beauvais, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here. And I know with your encounter, you know, it gets really quick with regard to what happened to you. For the audience, would you take us back to that moment and just kind of tell us what you were doing and what happened.
It was 2013. Like I said, fishing season starts in April, but a lot of the lakes in the lower elevations in Nova Scotia don't open until middle of May, end of May, because they're still frozen. And the fish really love mayflies here. I don't know if that's a big thing down where you're from, but mayflies are huge. So when the mayflies come out, get out fishing because you're going to have fun. And there's this place that's about 45 minutes, an hour, depending on, if you have a heavy foot or not, called the Sanctuary. I'm sure it's got an actual legal name, but ever since I was a kid, it was called the Sanctuary because you're not allowed to cut trees down. You're not allowed to hunt. It's where they dropped off nuisance animals like bear or the cougars we don't have here, and other stuff like that. You're not even allowed to remove rocks from the sanctuary. It's a big signs everywhere. Do not remove rocks. Do not remove vegetation. Nothing. You're not allowed to do anything. But you're allowed to fish there. It's just loaded with lakes, rivers, streams, and really beautiful stills. I'm not sure if you know what stills are.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, stills are kind of like if you walk into a field and you'll see like a waterway. It looks like a river, probably about 12 feet wide, but it's not moving. It's like there's no current at all. So what happens is the fish get in there and it's perfect for frogs, small turtles, little fish, and they can hide under the bank. So it's great ambush. So you can get some like 16, 18-inch trout out of there, and it's really good for fishing. And they connect bodies of water. Like it might go from one lake to another lake, but there's no current because both lakes are at the same elevation. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, we have that here in Washington. Usually when there's a lot of droughts, you'll see those. But I know what you mean.
Yeah, and we're like, yeah, we're going here because it's perfect time of year for it, and not a lot of people out there. See, there's no camps there. There's a couple grandfather camps that are run down because you're not allowed to build there. You're not allowed to cut trees. So whatever you take in, you have to remove. Like if you take a trailer or a tent in, you can't cut a spot out and back your trailer in, but you have to be able to take it out. You can't leave it there. You're not allowed. So we're like, this is great. First of the season, we're going out. There's going to be nobody there. And there's this lake called Bottleneck Lake. Self-explanatory. It's shaped like a bottle. And one end has the neck of a bottle, like a wine bottle, basically. And we got there about 5 o'clock in the morning, roughly 5:15, and it was shaping up to be beautiful out. I mean, it was already nice out, and the birds were out. And so my friend John and I, that's who I go, he's a friend of mine for the last 40 plus years. We've done everything together. We both grew up in the woods. And we said, okay, well, what we're going to do is he'll take the left side of the lake and I'll take the right side of the lake. Now, this lake's not a big lake. It's probably 250 yards at the widest from shore to shore. But it closes in further down towards the head of the lake. So you can easily cross it because it's pretty shallow at where the water runs into the lake. And I said, all right, so we'll meet at the head of the lake. It's about I estimate it, if you were not to stop fishing, you just walked from the truck to the head of the lake, about 6-hour walk. But, you're fishing. So you stop along the way and you do your fishing. So we said our goodbyes and we'll meet at the head of the lake. And so we left. Normally, and I don't know why this was so stupid of us, we would take walkie-talkies with us because we're alone on each side of the lake. And if something happened, like you fall down, break a leg or whatever, you could call each other and say, listen, I need you to come over. And you'd be able to, but we didn't. I don't know. It was just we were excited. It's time to get out. Locked up all winter, couldn't get out. So we went out. Now, there's no real path around the lake. It's more or less a little bigger than a deer path, and that always kind of